So as promised, this week we'll be taking you with us as we stroll through Marché Atwater in Montreal. Just to let you know, if you have not watched last week's video where we went to Marché Jean-Talon, we'll link it for you below because at the end of this video we will be comparing both markets. Marché Atwater was founded in 1933 and was named after Edwin Atwater, who was a really famous Montreal businessman and city councillor as well at some point.
Inside the market, you're gonna also find some goodies. Usually the fromagerie and the butcheries are gonna be inside, but all the fruits and vegetables are usually outside. As you can see, it's pretty big. It like goes all the way down there, and it goes all the way down there as well somewhere. So let's take a walk and I can show you around what there is and what there is not.
Marché Atwater is located close to the Lachine Canal in a very beautiful and serene setting. We actually took a stroll by the canal just prior to visiting the market. So we have just arrived up the canal, I don't know, not very far probably, but on the height of Atwater Market. There's all this, there's all the boat rentals here. By the way, shout out to... Oh, we're wondering if the train is coming this way. It's not. Okay. Shout out to Somebody Feed Phil. We're like, oh my god, this is where Phil went to take the little swan boat. Yeah, so all in all, we really enjoyed it here. There's actually like always something going on. There's those little spray stations for people in summertime. We had a good time, no? It's very relaxing atmosphere.
Yeah, so far so good.
The way Marché Atwater is laid out is that you have, of course, your main building. It's a really beautiful Art Deco building. Inside, you have most of the fromageries, boucheries, some of the cafes, convenience stores, and the more permanent businesses.
It's mandatory to wear a mask inside where there's gonna be more than 20 people, but some people haven't gotten the memo yet. Hopefully soon they will get there.
Around the building, but accessible from the outside, you have also some permanent stores, some grocery stores, chocolateries, etc. And then on the outside you have, of course, the more seasonal stalls selling fruit, vegetables, plants, pretty similar to Marché Jean-Talon. And then finally you have your food court called Pôle du Saveur with some picnic benches where you can enjoy a nice bite to eat. In the Pôle du Saveur you can find a lot of options actually. There's really a lot to choose from and the atmosphere was really beautiful. Despite the rain, it was extremely welcoming and cozy, people having a good time, and some nice music is playing in the background. Just to give you an idea what options there were, you could choose from barbecue, Asian food, fish, smoothies, sausages over African food. So a really good variety there. But we were craving for Asian food. Therefore we went for Le Petit Sao, the Vietnamese stall, and the Satay Brothers, the Malaysian stall.
We are at Atwater Market. We are having lunch finally at Le Petit Sao, which is a Vietnamese infused restaurant. We got a banh mi because we have been missing a good banh mi for so long. There's a chicken banh mi. It smells so good. It has pickled vegetables in it.
Alternatively, they had also tofu version, but we felt for chicken today. So bon appetit for strike one.
It's real big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. That's what I thought. It's like a full-on baguette, right? It's not just like a whatever bun.
It's really tasty. The vegetables are really like pickled. The pickle is really nice. It's really vinegary.
Chicken is grilled, or?
Yeah, the chicken is grilled. It's marinated kind of. It's kind of a sweet and savory chicken. And then the cilantro. Of course, the cilantro. Why not the cilantro? It's always the cilantro.
And then we got a mint lemonade. Yeah, it's really good. It's like mojito but virgin, kind of.
We got satay from the Satay Brothers with the peanut sauce, the chicken satay, and the cucumbers as always. And then we got some coconut and shrimp laksa here. This is some kind of tofu, an egg, shrimp, a fried or dried tofu, and then again the cilantro. This looks so crazy.
It looks pretty original, like it looks very Malaysian, no?
It looks very authentic. It smells really authentic, so let's get into it.
Start with trying out a chicken satay. Of course, you have to make sure you dip it nicely into that peanut sauce. Peanut sauce is really good. Chicken is nicely grilled as well. I have to say I like Chef Sha's one a touch better, just for the flavor of the sauce with the tamarind. But this one is really good. Alright, for the laksa, I'm just going to start mixing everything in. There was actually some chili on the spoon as well, but you can definitely already sense the coconut in the laksa. Let me just start by tasting the actual soup itself. Oh, it has a really nice kick to it actually. It's quite spicy with the chili in it. The coconut is really nice. Let me try a piece of that shrimp together with some tofu as well. It's pretty tasty. It's very different from the one we had in Malaysia, in Langkawi actually, because it was a fish laksa. But very tasty, very refreshing. Some lemongrass I can definitely sense, so a good and healthy lunch. Our first stop is a beautiful chocolaterie called Chocolat Privilège. As you can see, you can find all the goodies that you can possibly think of. Chocolat Privilège is actually market leader in Quebec, of course, and in Canada as well when it comes to all things chocolate. It was founded in 1995 by two chocolate masters. They actually went all over Europe to learn all the secrets about chocolate making and now speak through creativity and innovation to the public. Similar to Marché Jean-Talon, as mentioned, you'll find most of the most seasonal produce outside of the market. So many popping colors, beautiful and delicious looking fruits and vegetables, plants for your home, nuts, dried fruits, and herbs. So much to choose from. We had already completed our shopping for the week, so the only thing we had really bought was some strawberries, and they were, of course, once more super tasty.
They have a lot of Italian meats and Italian. Let's go. I've been in here. Let's go.
Due to the rainy weather, it drew us back inside though. So our next stop is La Fromagerie Atwater, which of course the name gives it away, is another cheese store. So cheese for days once more. But you can also find a lot of dry goods from Quebec, of course, and Europe, as well as some more meat products. It actually reminded us quite a bit of the Italian center in Edmonton. While we were strolling on the market, we were of course discussing the price point, imagining that probably most people would go to the farmers market once a week, perhaps on the weekend mostly. It's definitely not something you do any day of the week. Price-wise though, for most products, we definitely felt it was still a little bit less expensive than Jean-Talon market, but definitely still a special treat. Now that we've reviewed Marché Atwater for you, let's compare both markets as promised, and we will do that just by category. So we will start with the layout and the convenience of a location. We will then go over to the food choices, to the stall variety, and finally the price point.
So let's compare the accessibility to both of the markets. Jean-Talon actually has an underground parking lot, but you can also find street parking around it if you want.
It was a little tricky though. It was quite busy in the street, so we ended up parking underground. Marché Atwater in comparison has a lot of street parking in the area that is free as well. They didn't have an underground parking.
But there's a lot of like small roads all around it. It's pretty easy and decent to find parking, trust me.
And we actually did like that in both markets. You have the surrounding area where you can combine it with a little stroll through the neighborhood. That was quite nice, right?
And it's really open. Jean-Talon is really open compared to Atwater. There's actually a building where you can like go inside and there's other shops inside. But Jean-Talon is mostly open.
Mostly open. So it just depends which season you're going. Jean-Talon we would probably prefer in summertime, Atwater in wintertime.
So let's compare the food choices which are at Jean-Talon and Atwater. Jean-Talon has a few particular places. For example, the Riad. It has the oyster place. It has the seafood place, which Atwater doesn't have. But Atwater has the Satay Brothers, has the Petit Sao, which Jean-Talon doesn't have.
Yes, we found the atmosphere is of course quite different. With Jean-Talon you have the picnic benches kind of scattered all over the place. It's a little bit more spacious, of course, though keep in mind that at both markets right now the seating options are of course limited with COVID. At Marché Atwater what we really enjoyed was that you have an actual food court in a sense where you have then all the businesses around. You have picnic benches in the middle, everyone was laughing, having a good time, there was some music playing, so just a little bit of a different atmosphere. When it comes to the variety of the stalls, you have pretty much the same stores actually, the permanent businesses at both markets. We saw Premier Moisson at both markets, we saw Fromagerie Hamel at both markets, and we did also see a lot of the seasonal stalls that were of course at both markets.
You will actually see, like when we were there was strawberries, there were peaches, blackberries. You can see that, you can see like meats, obviously you can have. But there are a few things that are different. For example, the Satay Brothers are at Atwater, but they're not like in Jean-Talon. But in Jean-Talon you have the Riad, which is not at Atwater. So there's these small little tiny differences that make them quite unique and special in their own way.
That's right. Jean-Talon, once more, being the bigger market, has of course a little bit more variety. Just keeping in mind that when we were visiting it, not all the stalls were actually open.
No.
So I can only imagine when everything is open, how hustling and bustling it would be over there. And you could literally find anything and everything. But if you were just come for your regular shopping of groceries, you would definitely find your products at both markets if it came down to it.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. They both have a variety of everything and anything that you actually would want in your pantry.
As we had mentioned in respective videos already, both of the markets are a little bit more of a special treat. So it is certainly the local produce that will cost you a little more than your regular grocery store from the corner, of course,
sure.
Right? But we did certainly notice that Jean-Talon was a little bit more of a touristy market, and Marché Atwater had a little bit more of a local atmosphere to it, and therefore the prices were a little bit less expensive than at Jean-Talon, right?
Yeah, Jean-Talon, for example, we bought the maple syrup. It was $7 or $8.
$8, yeah.
And at Atwater it was $5 or $6, I think. You know what I mean? It's those small little differences, but it's still a difference, right? $1 is $1.
That's right. And then just to mention, as we had said at the beginning of the comparison, that we ended up parking underground at Marché Jean-Talon, and that was actually very pricey if you think about it.
Yeah,
I think it was $10 an hour or something.
Yeah, for sure.
So definitely just calculate for that when you're going, but we definitely encourage you to try out both markets. So as you could tell, we had a lovely time at both markets. Definitely leave us a comment below which market you enjoyed, which treats did you enjoy the most, and if you live in Montreal, if you have any other special treats that you could recommend.
So we hope you enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and leave your notification bell on at all times so you could get more fun videos like this.
Thank you so much for watching today. Cheers, and until next time.